Good morning, friends. We have started yesterday the new unit of the paper one of the physics. We are going to continue the next part of this unit two, Newton Lens equation. We have to see. Direct, I am going to show you the that equation only. Okay. Equation. You can see the 4.14 equation that you will observe over here. That is a equation having x1 x2 is equal to f1 f2. X1 is nothing but the object distance from the first focus, and x2 is nothing but the object distance from the second focus. This diagram is there, you can remember this diagram. Okay, this diagram is used to derive the Newton's lens equation, but we are going to directly remember this lens equation as per as the MCQ is concerned. Then after doing all this thing, we will get the equation x1 upon f1 is equal to f2 upon x2. x1 x2 is equal to f1 f2. This equation is called as a Newton lens equation. X1 and x2 are nothing but the object distance and the image distance respectively from the respective focuses. Okay, when the medium is same on the both side of the lens, the equation becomes x1 x2 is equal to f square, since f1 f2 is equal to f. That's why this equation will be there. Then we will talk about the magnification. Next property is the magnification. Magnification is defined as the ratio of the size of an image to the size of an object. That is nothing but the I upon O. It may come for the that particular MCQ. Magnification. Lenses are used to form a magnified image of an object. Okay, then in short, you can write on m is equal to image distance upon object distance, which is again denoted as a v or v by u. You can take the image distance as a v, object distance as a u. The image of the three-dimensional object will occupy a three-dimensional region of a space. Hence, there are the three types of the magnification. One will be the lateral magnification, longitudinal magnification, and the angular magnification. That formula for that particular thing is given. Okay, lateral, for the lateral it is defined as the ratio of the length of an image to the length of an object. For the longitudinal, it is the ratio of the infinitesimal axial length in the region of image to the corresponding length in the region of the object. Then angular, that is nothing but the, it is defined as the ratio of the slope of an emergent ray and its conjugate incident ray with the principal axis of the lens. Here it is given, you can see. Then equivalent focal length of a system of a two thin convex lenses separated by the finite distance. Directly we can come to again the formula. Here we have to consider the two that particular convex lenses. In the diagram you can see here, this diagram is there for this particular topic. Okay, then we will do all the mathematical operation, all the steps when we use, then we will get the equation for the particular equivalent focal length of the system of the two thin convex lenses separated by the finite distance. That equation is very simple one. That equation just only you have to remember. Here this equation is visible to you. F is equal to f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d. This expression gives the equivalent focal length of the combination of the two thin convex lenses separated by the finite distance d. This formula is also applicable to the combination of the two thin concave lenses separated by the finite distance d. If the medium between the two convex lenses is other than the air, then equivalent focal length becomes. Here we have to change d by d with the d by mu, where mu is the refractive index of the medium. If medium is other than the air, if air is there, mu is 1. That's why it is only the d. Okay. Then position of the equivalent lens. You can zoom it and you can see it beta on your own. Then position of the equivalent lens, distance of the equivalent lens from L That is not of our point of interest. Okay. Next point is a cardinal points of the thick lens. Cardinal points of the thickness that we have to thick lens we have to talk. The thickness of the lens is generally neglected in the case of the refraction through the thin lens, but we cannot neglect the thickness in the case of the thick lens or combination of the thin lenses separated by the finite distance. Hence, the Gauss in the 1841 proved that any number of the coaxial thin lenses can be treated as a single lens provided the distance are measured from two theoretical parallel planes in the system. The points of intersection of these two planes with the axis of the systems are called as the principal or Gauss point. The points of the intersection of the two planes with the axis of the system are called as the principal or say Gauss point that may come for the MCQ. There are in all 6 points for a thick lens or a system of coaxial thin lenses. There are two principal foci, two principal points, and two nodal points. These 6 points are known as the cardinal points of the optical system. What are the cardinal points of the optical system? Two principal foci, okay, then the two principal points and the two nodal points. They are called as the cardinal points. Here we can see the principal foci and the focal planes. Here you can see the consider the optical system having the thick lenses or a number of thin coaxial lenses either in the contact or separated by the appreciable distance and having its axis xy. You can see here xy axis is shown. Okay, first focal plane is shown, second focal plane is shown, then the thick lens is in the middle. There is a thick lens. Rays parallel to the axis xy incident on the system after refraction converges to a point f2 on the axis. The point f2 is called as the second principal focus. If it's is the position of the image corresponding the point object is infinity, then another you can say the similarly uh, the ray starting from an axial point f1 after refraction becomes parallel to the axis, then the point f1 is the first principal focus. F1 will be the first principal focus and f2 is will be the second principal focus, and they both are called as these 2 points f1 and f2 are called as the principal foci or focal points, and the planes passing through the principal foci perpendicular to the axis are called as the focal planes. This may come for the MCQ. Okay, then the principal points and the principal planes. As we have seen the principal foci f1 and f2, here another diagram is shown. You can see the below diagram. We are not going in detail of this particular thing, but we should know the things. What is the principal points and the principal planes? Okay, the incident ray you can see here is parallel to the optic axis, and after the refraction is proceed along the RF2, that is towards the second principal focus. The incident ray and the emergent ray when produced meets at the M2. Here you can see the M2 is there. Okay, a plane passing through the M2 and a perpendicular to the axis is called as the second principal plane of the lens, and its point of interaction h2 with the axis is called as the second principal point. Same way case is applicable for the f1. That will be the first principal plane and the first principal point. Then the nodal points are the points on the principal axis of the optical system of thick lens where the light rays without refraction intersect the optic axis. These are called as a nodal point. The planes passing through the nodal points and the perpendicular to the this called as a nodal planes. Okay, these definitions are important only for the MCQ. We are not going in detail of such a part. Now the equivalent focal length and the cardinal points of the thick lens. After doing all this mathematical operation, we will get one final equation. This equation number 4.48, 1 upon f is equal to mu minus 1. Just I am recalling that equation. 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2 plus mu minus 1 at 1 mu r1 r2, that will gives the equivalent focal length of the thick lens with thickness t. For the thin lens, you will put these values. Okay, then the equation becomes this. Then cardinal points of the thick lens are given here, just for your information. I am showing that. Okay, then power of thick lens is given by the reciprocal of the focal length measured in meters. That may come for the MCQ. The power of the lens is equal to the reciprocal of the focal length measured in the meters. Okay, this is about the few part of this unit 2. Remaining part we will see in the next lecture. Okay, next part we will see in the next lecture. Here we will stop. Beta, complete the journal. Okay, both the journal you complete the date given to you on that same date. Then we have